Right, I've had a good look at all the Euros kits now, haven't I? I've been through them all, I've ranked them, I've seen a few in person. I know what they're looking like, so I think it's time now to fix some of them. Look, I have very limited Photoshop skills, but I do love design, and I love football kit design, obviously, that's this channel. And I just think some of these kits at this Euros aren't up to scratch, and I thought it'd be fun just to have a go and try and fix them myself, see if I can use Photoshop, if I can use AI and make these kits just that little bit better. So let's jump into it. Start with the Croatia shirt. The home shirt is just an absolute car crash, it really is. Like, there's only 4 panels on it, like 4 red panels, 4 white panels. It just looks so off balance, it looks just completely wrong, and it's annoying because the away shirt got it right. The away shirt is just simple, it's nice, got the checkers, it's blue on blue, the checkers are small, they're on a diagonal, it works. So like, why not just use that design for the home shirt? That's kind of the thinking here, so I thought that's what I'm going to give it a go. I took some red and white checkers, put them on a diagonal and stuck them on the base of this shirt. Added some nice white accents in there as well, and realistically it's maybe, yes, a little bit boring, but it's more traditional to Croatia. It's exactly who they are, what their identity is, and just doesn't look off balance. So that's a win for me. Over to England now. I've expressed my annoyance with these England kits, and I think it hurts so much because they'd be 10 out of 10s if it wasn't for that collar. The night collar this year is just a tragic thing. I've ranted about it a lot, so I don't want to do it more now, but it ruins a lot of kits, and it's ruined this England one. That England kit is a beauty, it really is. Other than that, so I thought, all right, I'm gonna go in and I'll change that. First of all, I tried to use AI to change the fucking collar, and that didn't work. It just didn't work at all. AI just, it's not there yet, is it? So ultimately, I couldn't figure out how to do it other than just use the brush tool. So I just kind of drew on the polo collar and kind of whited out anything else. Like, it actually kind of works, to be honest. I've added the polo collar into it. It looks much cleaner. And also another gripe I have, and I saw a few people mention this in the comments below. The star, why do we hide the star? Why do we hide the star in the kit? It makes no sense. So I also coloured over that, so that pops out a little bit more. And yeah, that kit goes from a 6 to a 10 in my opinion. Like, just crazy. And I also have a little gripe with the away shirt, and it's literally just the colour. I just think the colour's just too dull, and all I did was turn the saturation up. Just turn the saturation up, make it a bit more purple, and for me that's instantly better. Also the gold pops out a bit more. I also changed the gold star on that as well, and then for me, again, just that little small change made that kit way better. Over to France now, and their collar is that overlapping kind of V-shaped collar on, and it's got the French flag in it. I actually don't hate it. I don't know, I think because it overlaps into the V, you lose a little bit of the colour. It starts to look a little bit weird. It's not that jarring. So I originally was just going to try and colour it in and make it all the way around, but then I kind of thought that might look a bit tacky, so I took the same idea but added it to the sleeve cuffs. So I added nice chunky French flags to the sleeve cuffs. I thought that looked quite clean, but then that's too much flagness, isn't it? There's a lot of too much flagness. So then I got rid of that in the collar and added just a nice kind of normal blue round neck. And yes, it looks a bit high up because my Photoshop skills aren't great, but I think this would look quite cool actually. Over to Portugal, and I actually don't have too many problems with this Portugal kit. It looks nice, it looks clean, it's just a little basic, and I think the Portugal kits have been just that for a while, a little bit basic. Now I did one of these videos ages ago and I used the tile pattern that they've now used in their away shirts, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to keep rehashing the same idea over and over again, even though I'm quite proud of it. So I decided to use a different inspiration. I used traditional Portuguese clothing to then influence a base design. So I took a nice close-up of some clothing. It's really nice floral kind of very knitted fabric, put that onto the base of this kit very subtly just in there, and I think just, oh my god, adds that grace and that beauty to the kit. I really like that. I think it'd be amazing if they did stuff like that. Italy up next, and again, this kit, I'm not like exactly, I don't hate it, but I just don't think it's quite elegant enough, especially for an Italy kit. So I thought, how can I play with this? Of course, there's just other things you could do, like add cool, like doing a Zeta thing where they add like a cool painting, a Renaissance theme or something like that. But I wanted to stick with the theme that Adidas were going with, and they've gone with this like eye theme for Italy. You know, really smart stuff. But I thought, you know, it's Italy, you gotta use a serif font, haven't you? It's gotta be a serif font, it can't be a sans serif font. That's too modern. I feel like, you know, you talk about Italy, you talk about the heritage, you talk about the culture and the architecture and all that. serif font just makes sense. So I decided to make an eye pattern using that, and I think that did look nice, and I added that to the base, and I thought, you know, there's something there, but there was just something lacking for me. So I thought, what else can I do? Well, that eye in a serif font starts to look a lot like a pillar, and obviously pillars prominent in architecture, especially ancient Italian architecture. So I decided to use that as an influence. I jumped into AI, made a nice pillar graphic, put that at the bottom of this kit, looked really cool, but then I think it started to look a bit off balance, so I brought the eyes back into it, and then wrote Italia as a sponsor on the front, just because I thought it looked cool, and it does, doesn't it? So yeah, I think I've elevated that kit a little bit more, but you'll have to let me know on that one, because I'm not sold, but I think I've tried to do something cool with it. Over to Slovenia now, and it's a big shame because the mountain graphic is gone, and I think that's just a cultural identity for Slovenia that's been on their kits for so long, and it stands them out from the crowd. You know, they've always got to have that, and they do have it on a little graphic there, and actually on the close-up of the kind of diamond pattern they have, there's a little mountain graphic in there, so it's there, but for me it's not prominent enough. So I took that diamond pattern that they have and put that at the bottom of the kit originally, and I thought it looked quite cool, and then I thought, all right, okay, now let me add this mountain graphic across the front again, and I don't know, it wasn't really working, was it? So then when I was looking at the diamond pattern, I was thinking, oh, maybe I can make the mountain graphic out of this diamond pattern, and that looked cool, and I put that on the base, and I was like, yes, we're cooking here. So then I put the thing back into it on the base, and then I'm getting really light. The bloody sun. So yeah, then I put that diamond pattern on the base, then created the mountain graphic out of it, and it just kind of cool. It uses their pattern, uses their thing that they've already made, but kind of hops it straight back to the original designs. Also, I wanted to play with the colours a little bit as well, because the colours are black and white for this year, but normally they have nice like blues in there, and I think, you know, why lose a little bit of that as well, a bit of colour? So I added the blue back in as well. And overall, I'm quite proud of this one, because I think we've kind of just elevated the design. We've took it from what they've got to the next step, and I'm proud. And the final team I'm going to look at is Spain. They have the theme of their kit this year is the carnation. It's a flower in Spain, and it's so very subtle on the base. I actually missed it when I was filming my last video. I had to add it in after that it's there. It's cool, don't get me wrong, and like the subtleness of it, you know, I understand they're going for a subtle theme, but that ain't me. I want a bit more. So I decided to throw it in there a little bit. I used a photo first, a photo of a close-up of a carnation, and it's like really strong red and blacks, and put that on the kit. It started to look a little bit too Foot Asylum though, if you know what I mean, a little bit too chavvy. So I scrapped that and went for more maybe even an artsy kind of look. Try to find some drawings of carnations or something. I actually found eventually a watercolor one which looked really cool, so I put that on the base of the kit, and that started to look a way more artsy, a bit more tie-dye, but it's still got that carnation feeling, and I quite like that. It's a little bit different. It's a lot, but I quite like it. So that's it. That's me fixing some of the Euros kits. In my opinion, I've made most of those kits better, probably worse some of them, but hey, that's what we try here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you like this style of video, let me know, because I can maybe do one of these for the Copa America or whatnot. Let me know in the comments. Get it going down below. I'm loving the love this channel's getting at the minute. Like, just seeing people in the comments, chatting to each other, chatting with me, it's great. I love it. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'll see you very soon. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't as well, please. I'm just going to carry on watching the Euro 2020 highlights for now, until the final.